Welcome back to the hills, everybody. Before we get started on today's video, I wanted to give you guys a little backstory of what's going on. The buck you're about to see, we ended up naming Stormy. This all started on the evening of November 2nd, 2024. After chasing whitetails all weekend, I was exhausted. I had been making a bunch of poor choices. I was getting beat up, mentally wore out, and I decided that the next morning I was going to go after black bear instead of whitetail. So fast forward to November 3rd, I pull up to my family's private property here in western North Carolina, and I had just received a new Stormy Cromer hat from First Light. So I put it on and I looked over at Kara and I said, well, I guess we're going to find out if this hat has any luck to it or not. So the deer that you're about to see, we ended up naming Stormy because of it. It's somewhat of a romantic story that unfortunately I'll never be able to explain to you here on the internet, but this deer means a lot to me, and I hope you guys enjoy him just as much as I did. This piece of private land that my family owns, I don't spend much time on, so I didn't really know exactly where I wanted to be. Kara and I went in blind and couldn't find anywhere that we wanted to set up. So by the time we found a tree that was suitable for hunting, the sun had already started to make its way over. At this point, I'm 18 feet above Kara in the tree, trying to set up her stand. This doe was covered in tumors, and even though I was bear hunting, I decided that I was going to harvest her in hopes that she wouldn't succumb to a painful death from coyotes. You can't tell it from Kara's view, but where I am in the tree, she does not present me a shot for the majority of the time that she's in there with us. When she finally does start to present me a shot, I look above the laurel patch that you can see just to the top right of the screen. I see antlers coming down, but Kara has no clue. Alright guys, we were not able to get the film we really wanted to get, simply because we were hanging a two-man set. And, well, you saw the rest. The doe came in over my right shoulder as I was setting up. Kara, who's behind the camera today, she tied on my bow so I could get it up in the tree. As you saw in the footage, we were going to take her, but I never really had a shot that I was comfortable with taking. She was covered in tumors, so I might actually put a target on her now, simply just to, you know, get her out of her misery. But she stood there, fed for a little bit, and as she was getting ready to step off and me take the shot, as you saw there at the end, she was getting ready to step off and I was about to have an opportunity. You couldn't quite see the angle that I had, but as soon as she did take that step, I looked up and he came down the hill, and the rest is history. So we're going to get him took care of. I'm sorry the footage was a little bit sporadic this weekend, but regardless, we finally got it done. 2024 has been a hell of a year, but we finally got it done here in Appalachia. So until next time, see you on the hill.